Five Nights at Freddy's 1. The first nightmarish dive into haunted pizza and animatronic terror. Okay, so imagine you've just landed a job watching animatronic animals that are probably sentient, probably homicidal, and definitely terrifying. The lights flicker, the doors slam shut, and you realize the blinking cameras are less about security and more about a slow descent into madness. Freddy. Oh, he's not just a bear, he's the king of your creeping paranoia, lurking in the shadows like that one weird uncle at family gatherings who smells vaguely like regret. Bonnie and Chica, those off-brand mascots of Doom, move silently, mocking your every misstep while the music box hums a tune you'll never forget. And Foxy, oh, Foxy, the sprinting nightmare who refuses to let you blink without feeling the icy breath of your own mortality. Every night feels like being trapped in a funhouse designed by a sadistic child, a child who somehow hacked reality and made it their twisted playroom. You learn fast that power management isn't just about conserving electricity, it's about managing the lifeline of your sanity while a mechanical orchestra of terror plots your demise. And in the background, the static-filled laugh track of something deeply, irreversibly wrong. Welcome to FNAF 1, where fear isn't optional, it's mandatory. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Prequel chaos and the nightmare of new and improved horror. FNAF 2 doesn't politely nudge you into horror, it throws you face first into a buffet of paranoia. Imagine the first game's terror had a baby with insomnia and gave it a new head, mouth, and horrifyingly empty eyes. The animatronics are younger, yes, but somehow angrier, faster, and infinitely more disturbing. Masks are your only hope, and don't get me started on the music box, forget winding it, forget thinking, just panic, because the second it stops, your soul is toast. The puppet dances, gliding like a marionette possessed by caffeine and existential dread, while the toy animatronics play tag with your sanity. Phone Guy's tapes now read like a manual for surviving hell, sprinkled with corporate indifference and mild suggestions that you might die tonight. And Foxy. Foxy got buff, ran faster, and became the ultimate sprinting demon with a vendetta against sleep-deprived humans. Every second is a gamble, every camera blink is a roll of cosmic dice in a casino where the house always wins. FNAF 2 isn't just a game, it's a psychological war crime disguised as a security job, a symphony of jump scares composed by pure nightmare energy. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. The decayed hellscape where hallucinations haunt harder than reality. Alright, now we're in a horror museum of regrets, rot, and something that smells like burnt pizza and existential despair. Springtrap is your star attraction, a corpse in a costume that somehow invented sadistic patience. This isn't about running around, it's about listening, waiting, and praying your nerves don't fray before he does. The Phantoms. Oh, the Phantoms, a cruel prank played by the universe itself. They can't kill you, but they sure can make you feel like you're dying slowly, one freaked out heartbeat at a time. Every vent, every camera, every hiss of static is a reminder that you are meat, and animatronics are knives wrapped in nostalgia. The scent of moldy carpet and rotting metal fills your imagination, the office walls feel like closing in, and the audio cues are like whispers from a world that wants to see your brain implode. FNAF 3 is less about surviving and more about enduring, suffering beautifully in a haunted theme park where ghosts of past sins swing in the darkness. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Childhood fears amplified into screaming nightmares. FNAF 4 tosses you into a child's bedroom, but forget blankets, they don't protect you here. Nightmares are alive, teeth gnashing, eyes glowing, crawling into your imagination like an unwelcome memory that smells like lost innocence. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy have been twisted into nightmarish incarnations, not just of themselves but of fear incarnate. Every door, every closet, every shadow could hide a clawed grin ready to devour what's left of your rationality. Bite of 83. Oh, that's less a memory and more a psychological scar etched into your nervous system. This isn't about cameras or doors, it's about listening, twitching, and praying the monsters don't know your rhythm. And then there's Plushtrap, hopping around like your childhood guilt made corporeal, laughing silently at your terror. It's intimate, horrifying, and cruel, like a lullaby rewritten by a sadistic author who drank too much coffee and too little empathy. FNAF 4 is fear distilled, nostalgia tainted, and innocence devoured, deliciously terrifying in every pixel. Five Nights at Freddy's, sister location. The twisted underground circus that rewrites what animatronics even mean. Sister location is like taking every creepy mechanical nightmare, dumping it into a claustrophobic industrial pit, and adding human-shaped nightmares with smiles sharp enough to puncture sanity. Circus Baby. She's the center of your anxiety, a manipulative little diva who knows your weaknesses before you do. The Scooping Mechanic. Oh, that's not just a gameplay twist, it's a metaphor for the emotional emptiness that devours everyone who underestimates the cold genius of an AI-possessed machine. Every vent crawl, elevator drop, and whispered voice is a psychological jolt. You're not just avoiding death, you're dancing with the concept of control and failure. The darkness isn't optional, it's mandatory. You feel every wire, every scream, every taunt like it's personally aimed at your soul. By the end, you're exhausted, paranoid, and maybe just a little in awe of a game that turns childlike wonder into mechanical horror with the precision of a surgeon and the heart of a nihilist. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. The casual disguise that hides a masterclass in dread. On the surface, it's a management sim. Oh, fun, right? Organize your pizzeria, buy animatronics, make profit. That's the joke. Every animatronic you welcome is a ticking time bomb of guilt, revenge, and existential horror. Scrap Baby, Molten Freddy, and the others don't just arrive, they arrive with grudges, memories, and a flair for murder that would make even seasoned horror veterans flinch. The office feels safe, until it's not. The transition from business sim to survival nightmare is jarring, brilliant, and cruel. FNAF 6 is a dark crescendo where you confront the ghosts of the franchise, your own failings, and a sense of hopelessness that hits harder than a spring-locked jaw. You think you're just clicking buttons, but really, you're orchestrating a finale of horror that's equal parts cathartic and soul-crushing. Every detail, from the burnt pizzas to the eerie chatter, is a psychological trap, reminding you that in this world, nostalgia is sharp, and the past never forgives. 5 Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted. The VR nightmare that breaks your brain before it breaks your body. Help Wanted is like stepping into a hall of mirrors, except every reflection is alive, screaming, and trying to kill you. It's meta-horror at its peak, the game knows you're aware, and it uses that awareness to terrorize you with uncanny precision. The jump scares aren't just jumps, they're existential punches, reminders that the digital world can claw its way into your psyche. Many games twist familiar locations into warped hellscapes, and even nostalgia feels like betrayal. You're not just playing, you're complicit in your own terror. The VR immersion makes every twitch of an animatronic's eye a gut punch, every mechanical groan a personal insult. The line between fun and horror collapses, leaving a manic cocktail of awe, fear, and disbelief. By the end, your hands shake, your heart races, and you're questioning why you ever trusted a virtual pizzeria. 5 Nights at Freddy's, Security Breach. The sprawling, neon-lit maze of paranoia and broken childhoods. Security Breach is the franchise's manic, chaotic ode to sensory overload. Unlike its claustrophobic predecessors, it throws you into a vast, glowing mall of terror where every corner hides an animatronic ready to shatter your spine, figuratively and maybe literally. Glamrock Freddy isn't just your friend, he's your protector in a world designed to erode your sanity. Meanwhile, the antagonists, Montgomery, Roxy, and even the omnipresent Vanny, embody corporate nightmare and warped obsession. The open-world design doesn't make it safer, it makes it worse. You can't hide, you can't control the flow, and every brightly lit hallway is a trap. Security Breach turns anxiety into art, layering chase sequences with environmental storytelling that whispers, "You don't belong here." It's exhausting, exhilarating, and emotionally manipulative, a carnival of neon horror that leaves you laughing, screaming, and questioning why you ever thought pizzerias were innocent.